What it means to be an empowered leader. Empowered leadership is not granted by an organization. It is claimed by a leader who understands their power. Too often, leadership is measured by titles, authority, or how much pressure someone can endure. But endurance is not empowerment. Surviving broken systems is not the same as leading within them. Empowered leadership begins with alignment. It's the moment you stop leading from survival and start leading from clarity about who you are, what you stand for, and the impact your leadership is meant to create. For many leaders, especially those navigating systems that were never designed with them in mind, empowerment is not handed to you. It is reclaimed. And that reclamation happens through three powerful shifts: liberation, visibility, and transformation. Liberation, freeing yourself from what was never yours to carry. Empowered leaders begin with the inner work. They confront the narratives that quietly limit their leadership. Imposter syndrome, perfectionism, and emotional labor of constantly proving their worth. They stop performing competence for approval and begin leading from grounded authority. This is where real leadership begins. Choosing clarity over compliance. Choosing boundaries over burnout. Choosing authority over approval. Because when a leader is not internally free, every decision is filtered through fear. Liberation restores your center. It allows you to lead from conviction rather than constant validation. Visibility, making your leadership legible. Empowered leaders understand something many high achievers overlook. Doing excellent work is not the same as being recognized for it. Visibility is not ego. Visibility is strategy. Empowered leaders make their contributions clear and undeniable. They articulate outcomes, claim credit without shrinking, and ensure their leadership is understood in the rooms where decisions are made. Excellence that remains invisible does not create influence. And influence is how leadership actually moves. Empowered leaders do not wait quietly to be discovered. They position their voice, their ideas, and their impact where they can shape direction and create opportunity. Transformation, leadership that changes more than your career. Empowered leaders does not stop with personal advancement. It expands into responsibility. True leadership shifts cultures, changes outdated norms, and creates opportunities so others do not have to fight the same battles alone. Empowered leaders ask questions. Who else needs access? What patterns need to change? How can success become repeatable for others? Their leadership opens doors instead of guarding them. They understand their real power is not measured by how high you climb, but by how many people can rise because you did. The truth about empowered leadership. Empowered leaders do not shrink themselves to fit broken systems. They elevate themselves internally. They position themselves strategically, and they use their influence to reshape the system itself. Liberation frees the leader. Visibility strengthens the leader. Transformation multiplies the leader's impact. Empowered leaders do not wait for the system to recognize their authority. They lead in ways that require the system to adjust. The real question is not whether you have the capacity to lead. The question is, are you leading from survival or from empowerment? Because when leaders reclaim their power, leadership stops being about endurance. It becomes about elevation for themselves and for everyone who rises with them.